Okay, vectors question here then. So the diagram shows us a regular hexagon. We've been given some information about that hexagon in terms of vectors. So we know that OA and DC are the same, the vector 6A. We know that OC is 12B. So our first task is to find B to C in terms of A and B. So if I'm going to go from B to C, and one way of doing that is to come down there and back up across there. Now B to the midpoint, call that, that's not given a point really, but we'll just mark it there. That's the halfway point in our hexagon of 12B, and we're coming against this length here to here is exactly the same as A to O. So we're going against the vector, so we've got minus 6A, and then we're going to go from the halfway point of 12B up to C, which would be plus 6B. So B to C in terms of AB is minus 6A plus 6B. Now for the second part, we're told, we're asked to prove that O, X and Y lie on the same line. We know that X is the midpoint of CD, so we're going to work out what OX is in terms of vectors. We're also told that Y is on an extended line from BC, such that the ratio of so Y is over here somewhere, and that the ratio of BC to CY, BC to CY is 3 to 2. So we'll use that information to prove that OX and Y are on the same line. So if I start with OX, right, it's from O to X. Well, from O to X is 12B. Here, I'll make sure you can see this. It would be 12B, and then it would be half the distance CD. Now CD is minus 6A, right? That's minus 6A. They're the same. We're told that CD and AO are the same, so that will be minus 3A. And what we want to do here is factorise, because it's if we can show that we're going in the same direction, just a different distance, that's what we need to do to prove that our OX and Y are on the same line. So I'm going to factorise this and write that as 3. 3 goes into both lots of 4B minus A. We now move on to O to Y. Now O to Y is O to C. I'm not seeing that, are you? Sorry about that. Will be O to C, okay, and then plus C to Y. So that's going to be 12B plus whatever C to Y is. Now, from the ratio fact, we know that C to Y is 2/3 of B to C. Right? We've been given this ratio, that distance is 2/3. Now, B to C, we've already worked out, is minus 6A plus 6B. So, 12B plus CY plus 2/3 of B to C. Now, 2/3 of minus 6 is minus 4, and 2/3 of 6 is 4. So this will be 12B minus 4A plus 4B. So if we then simplify this, we've got 16B altogether minus 4A. Now we have 4 as a common factor, so we have 4 lots of 4B minus A. So notice that in OX you've got 4B minus A, and in OY you've got 4B minus A. So at this point you can say hence OX and Y on a straight line. Okay, so that's what you need to do to get those 4 marks for the end of the vectors question.